Chapter 17 of Moon Bear. Cam came back with me to the bear farm to help me read the instructions for making up the milk from powder. Sudoku sat between us on the floor. Cam looked behind me at the bear barn. They can't escape, can they? There are bolts in each cage, I said. Cam looked unconvinced. My brother said the last worker got mauled because a bear opened its own cage and got out. Did you know that? I looked at him to see if he was trying to scare me. He didn't look like he was joking. They can work things in their paws, bears, can't they? He said. Bitter's cage had a metal peg through the bolt. Maybe it was Bitter who had mauled the man. Sudoku sniffed at my ankles and tried to chew on my gum boots. Come on, I said. We need to feed Sudoku. Cam held up the box of powdered milk and read the instructions. I measured out the milk powder and stirred into warm water in the bottle. How old do you think he is? asked Cam. I shrugged my shoulders. I tried to work out how long it had been since I'd seen him in the bear den. He's about 3 months old, I said. He frowned. It says here that you have to feed him every 3 hours. Every 3, I said. How much do I have to give each time? Cam turned over the package in his hand, reading the words. I don't know. He laughed. It doesn't say anything about bears here. I scolded at him and screwed the top back of the baby bottle. I shook the milk bottle and watched the powder dissolve into the warm water. How are you going to get him to drink that? Said Cam. I pulled up Sudoku and held him up in the crook of my arm like I say Mama cradled my baby sisters. I pushed the bottle nipple into his mouth. At first he pulled away, but the taste of milk was on his tongue, and he nosed forward trying to lick the nipple. Soon he was able to put his paws on either side of the bottle, holding it for himself, and drank until the bottle was empty. He still sucked the nipple as if he wanted more. He's still hungry, said Cam. I'll have to give him some more later. I remember the way May used to be sick after feedings. I didn't want him to be getting sick, too. I cradled Sudoku back into Mama Bear's cage. He was sleepy after the milk and the morning walk into town. At least I'd be able to clean him and feed him while he slept. I found an old plastic crate, lined the towel, and placed it inside the cage. He would be more comfortable in the crate than on the bare bars. I returned to the prep room to wash the bottle and find somewhere to hide the milk powder. I didn't want the doctor to see, in case he tried to stop me. Cam was in the prep room, pressing the buttons of the ultrasound machine. Don't touch, I yelled. Cam spun around and lifted his hands from the machine. What does it do? It shows pictures of inside the body. It shows the doctor where the gallbladder is. I said, so he knows where to push the needle right and drain the bile. Do you work it? Can you work it? Yes. I've learned what buttons to press when the doctor scanned the bellies of each bear. Well, come on then. And Cam getting up. Let's try it out. I frowned. You can't just get the bears out and scan them, I said. Cam laughed and filled up his shirt. Not on the bears. Try me. You. I lifted up his shirt. Scan me. I looked beyond the door in the empty yard. Okay, I laughed. I switched to the machine and watched the little screen flicker. I lifted the probe and rubbed some gel on its pointed end and pointed it at Cam. It's not going to hurt, is it? Not this bit, I said. Cam lifted his shirt up again and ran the probe across his belly. I watched the doctor do it before. The probe slipped under Cam's skin, and the hazy white liver of his liver was the black hole. I stared at the screen. There's your gallbladder, I said. Where? He said. I shoved my finger hard in his belly. There. Ow! Cried Cam. He pushed me away. That hurt. Mountain boy! I spun around. I hadn't heard a motorbike arrive in the yard. I hadn't heard footsteps on the concrete outside the door. My heart pounded in my chest. The doctor stood in the doorway, the long metal bar swinging by his hand.